Hello everybody, this is Greg29407 back with another edition of Shroud of the Avatar. When we last left, we had our brand new character named Killdozer, who was sitting there with in this area of refugees, trying to get a handful of missions. And what I've got is my journal that's opened up, and I've got several missions now. We can do these in any kind of order we want, but what I thought we should do is the one I got from Jeff, one of the refugees. I requested I bring him an iron blade, which apparently is a specific type of sword, back to him so he can better fight the undead. He said the easiest place to find iron blade was off of slain undead in the East Perennial Trail. And I want to do that first because it gives us a chance to see some actual fighting in this game. I'm going to show the overland map and the fighting and see how this game actually works. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and leave Soltown. We're going to head off to this East Perennial Trail. You just go through here and then it starts to fade to black. And we're going to end up in the overland map, which is kind of the only map that's actually in the game. It's for some reason they don't really have maps you can kind of pull up and see where you're at in the game. They want you to discover it on your own and wander, for better or worse. So the overland map is the best thing we got. So here we are. There's a little spot here. So this is the overland map right here. There was Soltown, as you can see. We just kind of left. And you can see the little collection of houses and villages there. So we're going to go to East Perennial Trail. This is a little town here. It's called Outlander Welcome Center. And we're headed through here, and we're going to head towards East Perennial Trail, which is right here. Now, this is a fighting area, and all the different fighting areas. So people don't live here. There's no players that live here. You just go here to fight. Now, all these kind of fighting areas are range from 1 skull to 5 skull levels. 1 skulls are the easiest levels, which is perfect for new players, and you can see that from this skull right here on this little pole that I'm pointing to. It's 1 skull up here. 5 skulls are really tough. It's for the higher end. Generally, a lot of teams of players will fight that together. But let's go in here for East Perennial Trail. And we're going to try and find an iron blade. And we're going to kill some enemies to do that. So here we are. It's in the swamp. So it's kind of creepy. I'm going to go ahead and hit the Z button so we are armed. And it takes a little while for our powers to get ready. So again, we now have 2 bludgeon powers in my number 1 and number 2 buttons. So I just hit 1 and 2 there. We have our stone fist. We have our discharge. We have the gust. And this some other stuff that helps it out. But these are the main things we're going to be doing. And as we're fighting, we're going to be leveling up. So we're going to come through here. And I've done this a lot, so I have a pattern I usually follow in here. So we could just wander. I could pretend like I'm wandering around and like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Where's everything at? But I've been here a bunch of times. So, all right, there's a skeleton. All right. Now I have my auto attack on, as you can see. So I'm not hitting any buttons right now. But I'm going to hit the 2 button. There you go. So he does a little move. Every time I hit a button, my focus is going to go down. So I got to balance my health bar, my focus bar, and so it's a little tricky. And especially early on, we're going to be having a hard time. All right, we killed him. I'm going to loot him by double-clicking on him. We got corpse wax, gold, and a rusty sword. Now notice I ate up an awful lot of my focus and some of my health. I took some damage. This is level 4 now, and that's level 4 now. That's level 5. It's level 10. I didn't use that. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit the Z button to go out of combat, and that will make these 2 focus and health bars go up faster, which is a pain in the neck. Now notice I'm next to this one particular tree. I can have an axe there. This is a tree that I can harvest. I double click there. I can cut down this tree. That's pretty fast. So I'm going to take maple wood, and that's part of your crafting. So it doesn't work on this tree because this is not it's only certain trees you can actually cut down. And you start to figure out which ones. The ones that look kind of brown, the big trees that look kind of brown. Anyway, if we look at our inventory, we have this maple wood. That's the tree I just cut down. And I also have the corpse wax, which I just picked up from that dead skeleton, and the rusty sword. And we picked up some gold. Alright, so my bars are back up to normal, so I can hit Z again. Again, until recently, this going in and out of combat wasn't a problem, but they found that people were leveling up too fast, and they weren't using focus. They were ignoring focus because it was too easy, so they decided to make it hard. This is something I can mine. I'm going to harvest this iron ore, so I'm going to mine that. Where'd this pickaxe come from? Well, it was in my invisible backpack. All of your crafting materials are with you at all times, so you can kind of do that. So I got some iron ore and granite block, so it's okay. Mainly what I'm looking for here is an iron blade. Here's a tree that I can harvest. I need to find an iron blade. That's what Jeff, our contact in the refugee camp, is asking me to get for him. And it's going to fall, to be honest, it's going to fall randomly among skeletons and bandits we're going to meet in this map. As we just leveled up this power here, forestry. Started at 10. Mining started at 10, is now 11. Forestry started at 12. 10, now it's 12. So as we go through, a little pagoda here. Here's a cotton tree, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest a little bit of cotton. Yeah, the sickle in his backpack as well. This is all really for crafting, so I got some raw cotton. I'm not sure what kind of crafting I want this guy to specialize in. Here's another tree. Again, because it's this particular looking tree, I know that it's a harvestable tree. This is my third character in this game. I have a character that specializes in carpentry. She does all the woodworking and things. And I have another character that specializes in tailoring. So I'm not sure what this guy's going to do. I'm just going to play it by ear for right now. I want it to be like Thor. He has all this power of earth and storms in the tree. But what that entails, I'm not really sure. So I'll have a mace. I got a mace right now, but I think I'll get a hammer, because you can do a hammer or a mace. I'm going to do a hammer eventually. I have some money to buy one. And so he'll have his thunder hammer, Mjolnir, or whatever they call the thing in Thor. But that should be kind of fun. All right, now look at it. Here's a bandit. Here's a dude coming at me. He's an archer up there. Right. Hey, where are you going? These archers are tough because they can shoot you from a long way away. Those sound effects are a little loud. So he keeps trying to run away because he wants to shoot me with his arrows from a distance. So you gotta keep up with him. Oh no, there's another one. Alright, I gotta finish this guy quick before I run out of... Okay, use one of my powers. Alright, I'm out of focus. Notice that they're all blanked out there? Alright. Let's go ahead and loot these guys. Alright, so now my focus is 0. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and leave combat, and then I wait for the bars to come up. I'm going to also hit the escape button and take a look at this special effects. They were a little loud. We'll see. So yeah, again, until about a week ago, this was never a real problem. Now we're going to sit here and wait for our folks to come. 72 out of 142. Ay, ay, ay. So when you use auto attack, those powers don't use any focus. What I have found though is if you use auto attack, or if you use a bow and arrow, you run out of arrows really fast. Here we don't have to worry about that, which is one of the reasons why I'm not using bow and arrow on this guy. So, alright. We're almost up there. I actually wrote a big article in the forums today, in fact, about the problem with focus for new characters like this. It's just, I understand if you're a high-level character, you want to have focus matter, endurance matter, so that you don't just level up without even thinking about it. But for a low-level character like this, we just fought 2 low bandits, and we went dry. So that's, I don't think it's working as intended, to be honest with you. Let's loot this. When you find these boxes like that, you can loot them. Sometimes they don't have anything in them, sometimes they do. We're still looking for an iron blade. Here's a dude. Gotta be careful. Oh boy. We don't run out of focus again. But at the same time, we need to do some damage. So I'm going to level up my powers. There we go. Let's leave these guys. Rusty hammer. Shoddy short bow. Exit out of here again. So I can kind of get my health and focus up. I could do this focus thing, this focus potion, but that stuff's expensive. Then we run out the first day and we can't use it for anything else. Sometimes you have emergencies where you have to do it. So this is more of a disappointment. Again, this game is still in early access, so a lot of this stuff is not finalized. Focus was a little too easy to replenish before, and now they've made it too hard to replenish. So I'm guessing that eventually they'll end up somewhere in the middle, where it's a decent amount of replenishment time required, but they haven't reached that yet. And they have to do it different levels or for different levels of player too. For instance, this level of player where we're very new, we're going to miss a lot more times. We're not going to be able to kill an enemy with 3 shots or 2 shots. We're going to take more time. So we need a little bit more faster replenish on our focus than a higher level player would need. But they'll work on that. I think I died pretty good. But yeah, they'll get to it. Part of the advantage of being early on in a game like this is you get to see the game progress as it goes. One of the disadvantages is you got to see the game progress as it goes. Alright, we still don't have that iron blade yet. Let me go out of thing and boost it up again. Now, if we go around the edge, the area straight ahead, there's some bears over there and some pretty tough critters. I don't want to fight them right now. I want to try and find that iron blade. And that's probably going to be from those skeletons that are over in the other location. So let's get down this tree while we're here. Alright. Let's see what our powers are at right now, too. In here. Okay, so now we're level 9 on Crushing Blow, level 8 on Break Weapon, level 9 on Stone Fist, level 5 still on Discharge. Haven't done anything with Gust, really. I haven't done anything with that. So, our powers are starting to come up in levels. Let's check our K for skills. And Bludgeon is level 39 for the overall Bludgeon. So we're doing 1.3 damage, more damage than before. You can see where the green bars are. We're getting close to leveling up again. So a lot of this game is going to be running through and just kind of leveling up your powers. You level up by using powers, of course. Let's go to harvest this. There's not an overall level, though. You notice that there's no button that says, oh, you're level 5 or you're level 6. Everything has individual levels in the game. So you can level up certain powers and that you choose to, and skip ones you don't choose to. And let's cut this tree down. I'm going to hit the I for inventory. We're going to make sure we don't hit, once we hit 85 pounds, we're going to be overloaded. And we can still keep fighting. It's just that we're going to move a lot slower and we'll miss a lot more. So we don't want to be overloaded too much. What I want to do though is I'm going to find a skeleton that hopefully will give me a iron blade. I know where to find some skeletons. I don't want to find too many skeletons. They tend to overwhelm. Here's one. Alright. I don't want any of his friends showing up. So what I'm doing, I'm letting auto attack do most of the work for me, as you can see. Now it does very little damage to him. But as you work your way up, the auto attack will do more damage. And I'm hitting the other buttons fairly gingerly. They do more damage, of course, but they also eat up my focus. So it's really a matter of did we get an iron blade here? No. It's really a matter of managing your resources. And you know, I describe it as being very fiddly. And it really is. It's a lot of detailed management, which is, you know, a little too much for my taste. Until they changed the focus thing recently, it wasn't that bad. But now with adding focus, now there's a whole other thing you got to do. So I'm mining this iron vein. Meanwhile, notice my health and focus are coming up very slowly, because again, we're still in combat mode. They do increase, but they increase slowly. I just want to find another individual skeleton. Here's one. I'm going to hit these buttons gingerly. Again, I want to fight him fast enough that my health bar doesn't go down, but not so fast enough my focus bar goes down. So ideally in these early parts you can keep them kind of even. I am going to go ahead and go into combat and boost that up a little bit. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to continue fighting this way until I find that iron blade. So I am going to pause the recording for right now and wait until I find that iron blade that we're looking for Jeff. Well, we're back. I did not find that iron blade yet, but we are still in the same particular map. Now notice up here I have this thing up here. This shows I'm over encumbered, over capacity by 0.9 pounds. So let me show you. In my inventory, we now have 85.9 pounds in our backpack, and we only hold 85. Now we can just keep going and let this number keep going up, but what's going to happen is our move rate is going to go slower and slower, and our dexterity, which is really our accuracy, is going to continue to go down. So I don't want to do that. So what I think we're going to do is we will head back to Soltown and we'll turn in all of our loot and we'll sell some stuff and make a little bit more money. And what we'll do is we'll just decide to come back here. We're going to come back to this particular map a lot of times. Again, I have a cycle that I go through on this thing. Because again, this is a one skull level. You can tell from when we first entered before we even entered the map, but you can also tell right here. All these maps have like a pole with the skulls. You don't count the ones down at the bottom here, but there's one skull sitting here. So this is for entry-level players, and you're going to spend a lot of time in these areas. So there's going to be a lot of grinding to get your powers up. Let me show you where we end up with. Crushing Blow is now level 14. Break weapons level 14. Stone fist is 14. I've started using discharge more. It's now level 10. Discharge, let me see this. Short range, low damage, area of effect. So it's AoE. And I didn't realize that until 2 bandits attacked me at once, and I shot this, and it hurt both of them, which was nice. Let's see. Oh, there's another player. Based on the caster's dexterity. So again, the duration is increased slightly based on caster's dexterity. So again, we want dexterity to be up. Crushing blow, we're now doing 2 to 7 points. Remember, originally crushing blow was 1 to 2 points. Now it's 2 to 7. Same for that. Stone fist is now 4 to 15. Oops. Get our little headlights back up. Discharge is now 2 to 7. Has an 18.7% chance to stun. Gust just knocks down. So we made some progress. Let's check our skill bars here. So yeah, here we go. Bludgeon's down level 45. Remember, we started this off. This was level 10, so we're up to 45 on that. When this hits level 40, we'll be able to get these. And this is level 40. We got a ways to go on that though. So let's see. Also, we're doing light armor right now. We have 2 sorts of heavy armor, which is plate mail and chain mail, and then light armor, which is cloth or leather. We're not doing anything. We don't even have dodge or escape on here. We probably need to put those on here though. Evasion. We probably need to do a little bit on that. Let's see. For tactics, we now have a health. Our health is 19. And you can tell that from, we now have 146 health on our bar and 146 for focus on our bar. I think they'll start off at 125 each or somewhere around there. So we've added 19 here or some on here. Let's see, subterfuge. Dexterity is still level 10, but it's almost up level 11. And focus is at level 14. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to Soltown. We're just going to exit out through the entrance here, and it fades to black. And we'll find ourselves back in the overland map. This game is very slow in terms of loading, although the loading times have really improved in the last, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks or so. Alright, so let's head back. Whoops, wrong way. It's very easy to get turned around even on this overland map. And we're going to be moving a little, we're walking a little slower, not much slower, a little bit slower because we are over encumbered. So unfortunately, we did not finish that mission. Oh, that old lady Jeannie gave us that mission where in the evening we could find out who stole her dead daughter's necklace. Yeah, and it's evening right now. Heck. Oh, we better get over there right away. Ah, get away. If we get over there fast enough, we can do this mission. We want to go back over to that cemetery that we did in our first episode, because there's someone skulking around. There's someone stole that lady's dead daughter's necklace, and it's only when it says evening up here that we can actually do this. I completely forgot about that. So let's see if we can make up for lost time here. Let's hustle. Cemetery at? There we go. And you can read all these headstones as well. They're all labeled and stuff. It's evening. I wonder if someone else did this Oh, look at this dude right here. He's digging in the graves. He's a grave robber. Let's loot that sucker. Silver necklace. A letter found on a grave robber, gold, rusty dagger, and a silver necklace. Let's take all that. Alright, and right up here is a note. To the good people of Soltown, have it be known that my grandmother's necklace has been taken by criminals unknown, snatched from atop my daughter's gravestone. It was a small silver inlaid pendant, blah, blah, blah. I've lost everything I owned in the attack on Solace Bridge, including my precious daughter. I'd greatly appreciate any information that would lead us to the recovery. So we got it. Let's go find that lady right now. Well, this is a bonus. I was afraid we were going to do this entire episode and not finish a single mission. There's a bunch of players in here today. I think a lot of these guys are new players too. That's good. Let's go back to the refugee camp and talk to Jeannie. We'll get a reward for our efforts. We also have to do an investigation into a questionable fire that was set. So there she is. Okay. Necklace. There we go. So Jeannie is looking for silver necklace. And fortunately we have silver necklace. Scroll through here. 2,500 experience points, 75 gold, and we give her the necklace. Thank you, Avatar. You are indeed as virtuous as the stories of old proclaim. I will ne'er forget what you have done, and will sing your virtue near and far. All right. Good, good, good. All right, so we did finish that one mission. If we look at our journal, that one's now gone. Here's the thing from Jeff, and we also have to do this thing for Raymond. To investigate, which is actually a pretty good one. We're going to rat out the bad guy. So let's continue on to the store. I want to sell my extra stuff. Again, we're still over encumbered. We make some money by selling. We have all those rusty swords and rusty hammers from all those bad guys I just killed in that other map in the swamp. And early on, that stuff is good as gold. Literally. I hope Martin's still in the store. Martin is the sales guy here. Yeah, and he's still here. Good. These guys actually do go to bed, so it's kind of a hassle. Alright, I'm going to sell animal hide. I don't need that right now. Sell those arrows. Oh, the arrows aren't worth anything. Let's see. I'll sell that corpse wax again. No, I'm going to keep that. Sell the granite block. Sell the scrap. Yeah, we'll keep that. We're going to sell these trees for now. We don't need those for now. We will later on. Pine tree bark. Pine wood. We'll keep the cotton. Here's all these rusty daggers and things. We can sell all this junk. We'll get some good money on that. So we're going to get $267. Nice. So you have a total of $779 now. All right. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for us. So this is Greg29407 along with Killdozer saying aloha, and we will see you next time.